Today, we have with us Dr. Trina Som. Let me introduce her formally. Dr. Trina Som is an associate professor in Indraprastha University, Delhi. She has received her PhD in 2013 and ME in 2008 in Power System Engineering from Jadavpur University, Calcutta. Prior to that, she received her BE in 2005 in Electrical Engineering from SOA University, Bhubaneswar. And I'm proud to say that I was also a professor during that time in the same university.
Yes.
A research work on distributed energy resource system and soft computing based optimization algorithm has been published in the reputed journal and conference proceedings from organizations and publishers such as IEEE, IET, Elsevier, etc. Since 2011, she has been teaching electrical engineering in institution under IP University, New Delhi, and Abdul Kalam Technical University, Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah.
Today, we are interacting with her with regard to the chapters she has contributed to the book, which was edited by me. The chapter name was Sustainability in Energy Economy and Environment, Role of AI-based Technique. It was a wonderful work because the AI people use for computer science, but she has used in environment, ecology, and sustainability. It was a really a good area. And we are interacting with her regarding her work and regarding whatever she has presented in this book.
Yes.
My first question to her will be, what are the major focus and methods people are adopting and studying for sustainability and reliability, electricity or electrical power? Madam.
Okay. Thank you so much for your kind introduction. I'm honored to come here. You provided me this platform. So as you have mentioned that the sustainability of energy, economy and environment, and the name of the chapter, role of AI techniques on this. So the first question is almost relevant to the title itself of the chapter. So whenever we see like energy is like one of the most popular, common and the burning topic nowadays, everyone is working in some form or other in energy. So as a electrical engineer, from my point of view or from the point of view of electronics engineering people, so we generally focus mainly on production or generation of electrical energy, electricity power. So while producing that electricity, mainly the researchers or the people, common people, nowadays their focus are mainly onto the economic aspect, like how economically, how cheaply we can produce electricity, as well as the environmental part. Because as we know, the electricity which are generated from the conventional fossils, conventional energies like coal and natural gas are much more harmful to the environment. And nowadays, people are almost towards the clean energy transition. So people are up to generating greener technology, more environment friendly technology. So people are focusing mainly on the parameters like how efficiently we can generate electricity, as well as how we can generate electricity from the non-conventional as well as renewable energy resources, which will not be harmful to the environment in compared to the conventional sources. So these are the basic three things which are being which the researchers are focusing, taking taking a proper relationship between them, like not always the efficiency and the environment goes hand in hand. So there is a certain relationship, but these are the major focus based on which people are looking into the production of a clean energy.
Correct. So how do you relate energy, economy and environment?
So it is basically a continuation of this focus or this aim or objective of the researchers. Like, as we know that the demand, the load demand or the electricity demand of any country, so is basically the more demand, we try to meet up their demand by producing or generating electrical power. And with the increase of the energy, electrical energy consumption or any sort of energy consumption, that directly reflects to the GDP or the economy, GDP per capita or economy of that country. More there is demand, more there is consumption, obviously there is an economical growth to the country. So this is a one side, that how energy and economy is related. But on the other side, if we keep on producing electricity based on the rising demand by the conventional sources like coal and natural gas, even by electricity, regional trading, power trading, so that causes some environmental limitations, disadvantage like acid rain, global warming. So these things, so these two factors should be like monitored and optimized in a proper trade-off. So these three factors are basically, these are like federal technical assistance framework, basically these three which are serving to the community, the supply chain, manufacturer as well.
Okay.
So these are how they are related.
What are the limitations of the conventional energy and the existing power transmission grid?
Yes. So basically, when these three E's came into the field, in the research field, like people started thinking about these things. So the main drawback was basically the limitation of the conventional fuel, that is the fossil fuel, the main conventional fuel, that is the coal. If we talk about India, India is still 50% of the electricity is generated from the coal itself. But the point is, this coal, this fossil reserve is depleting in a very fast way. So this is the major limitation of the fossil fuel. Moreover, these for taking out this fossil fuel and generating a conventional power plant like thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, or natural gas power plant. So these things are much more complex, expensive, time taking. So these are the major limitations beyond the generating electrical power from the conventional fossil fuel. So because of this, as well as the environmental requirement, the peoples are now, the electrical power sector is now shifting towards more conventional or distributed power technology. And when we talk about the conventional power grid, that is still now the people are getting electricity from our conventional grid, but the protection and maintenance of the conventional grid and the transmission losses which we have to encounter while transmitting huge powers. So this is one thing which is faced by the conventional transmission, the power grids. And when there is a like expansion of power demand, so people now also, at first they try to meet up the demand with some external distributed resources or some power trading, instead of creating a whole transmission line, because it takes again the same as developing or constructing the power plant, the transmission lines over kilometers after kilometers with cables and everything, circuit breakers, relays. It's a very complex thing to do. So basically, these things are the limitations where the people or the researchers or the whoever the power sector persons, they are unable to meet up the sudden peak changes in the demand.
Okay. So what is your proposition, research proposition for solving this energy economy and environment?
I am going with the current people in my field, energy field. Nowadays, as India also have set a target by 2030, Like they have set a target to reduce 45% of carbon emission intensity, and as well as to include 60% of installed capacity from renewable energy. So even I also think that a proper optimization, like if we directly try to generate power from the non-conventional sources like solar, wind, biomass, or fuel cell DG, that is also not feasible, because the parameters on basis of which we generate power are not reliable. There are uncertainty. So, and those things, the structures are also expensive. And moreover, the conventional grids are now already existing. They are doing well. They are producing electricity at a cheap rate. So considering the economy and environment together, we can have a good trade-off. Like some part of the demand can be made by the conventional sources, and some can be made by proper integration with the renewable power sources and renewable energy-based delivery system. So if we can have this optimization or trade-off between both the type of electricity generating units, so I think that will be good, like for both economy and environment.
So where is the role of AI technique?
Yes. So that is the main question. So like main thing which like we can address also. So whenever we talk about generating electric power, so obviously it operates, the conventional grid itself operates with a feedback loop. Like whenever we consider generating certain amount of energy, first we have to study the demand, and accordingly we will decide the supply. So demand supply goes hand in hand. So this much demand, so we have to generate this much supply, we have to give. Similarly, for a transmission line, like if for transmitting this much amount of power, what are the how much loss can occur, what should be the ratings of the transmission line, what should be the losses. So everything, the frequency at the receiving end, the voltage should be around 220 volt, which is the conventional in the receiving end, the customer end. So for maintaining everything, we need a controller, a control system. So generally, the conventional control system till date was working very well, because they generally follow the hard computing techniques, which are like they are well defined, mathematically specified, and a predefined instruction, numerical analysis they follow. But nowadays, the modern power system, when they are going to the grid integration means conventional grid is integrating with the renewable energy resource-based power system. So there, the difference, like a solar photovoltaic system is generating voltage in DC level, while the conventional grid is transmitting power at a high AC level. So difference in the voltage level, the frequency level. So there are many technical problems as well as the political problems as well, deregulations, the guidelines of the state. So these things are the uncertainties of the renewable based power technologies. These are handled more nicely by the soft computing techniques, which are generally like they are more efficient in handling the imprecision, uncertainty, and approximation. So these techniques have now come up to give a better optimized result when we are trying to make a trade-off between two different kinds of power generating technologies.
Okay. Do you think that our power grids are utilizing this AI technique for the clean energy generation or optimization?
Exactly. Now, so lately when the researchers started following this grid integration thing, so basically the practical implementation which they came up from the different proposals of different research papers from the researchers are basically the smart meters which are connected in the substations, distributed side substations or the generating side. So the smart meters and the few smart city missions, which the people, the states are coming up to. So they started adapting certain techniques like adaptive GA, genetic algorithm, simulated annealing, BAT algorithm, frog lipin technology. So these algorithms are in the system now. Like many in Bihar, there are system Energy Efficiency Service Limited, Bihar. So they have already adopted, deployed many smart meters, which are already using some AI-based technologies. And then further, again, a smart city mission project is already under, like it is going under Chandrapura, Karnataka. So beside this, some pilot projects has also been approved by Ministry of Power in Assam, Ajmer, and in Mysore. So they are also using different techniques like BAT algorithm, particle swarm optimization in generating various smart meters. So where they can improve the gain of the PID controller through these optimization techniques and all. So apart from the India also, in as of 2021, in the world, if we see, they have achieved the target of smart meter or smart city. So they have developed, achieved about 86 utilities in 37 countries have come up, in which China, Europe, Korea, and Australia. These are the prominent names. So they are into this type of projects.
So thank you for the one-to-one interaction.